أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم أما بعد. I begin in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Truly and verily all praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We praise Him and we seek only His help and His forgiveness. We also seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the evil of our nafs. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran in Surah Al-Yusuf, He said that the nafs, it is inclined to do su. It is inclined to do evil except by the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We obtain Allah's rahmah by ati Allah wa Rasulullah al-Qutur Hamun. Obey Allah in the Quran, obey the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Sunnah, so that you may be of those who obtain rahmah. We also seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the sayyati amanina, those deeds or those actions that are not sanctioned by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, and those deeds and actions that are not sanctioned by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Sunnah. Those whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wills to be guided to Islam, no one can lead them astray, for guidance is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells in the Quran that if He wishes to guide someone, it is He, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is He who opens that person's heart to Islam. So when you're guided to Islam, it's from the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not because of your favor to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you accepted Islam. It's a favor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He guided to Islam. So those whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wills to be guided to Islam, no one can lead them astray. And those whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wills to be led off the sirat al-mustaqim, which is the straight path of Islam, no one can guide. We bear witness that there is no God but Allah, the one God who has no partners. And we bear witness that Muhammad ibn Abdullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is His slave and His messenger. Amma ba'd. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the best speech, the best hadith, is the speech of Allah in the Quran, and the best guidance, the best hadith, is the guidance of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Sunnah. And the worst of all matters are those things that are innovated by the people pertaining to this deen. For all innovation leads to bid'ah, all bid'ah leads to dalala, which is thrown off the sirat al-mustaqim, and all dalala is an nar. So we seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from that nar with the best du'as. The best du'as are the du'as of the Quran. We say, Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana, wa fil akhirati hasana, wa qina adhaban nar, ya Allah. Oh Allah, give us good in this life, hasana. Give us good in the next life, hasana, and save us from the punishment of the fire, ya Allah. Ameen. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, another day of Yawm al-Jum'ah. Multiple ways to get barakah, rahmah, and maghfirah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So may we be of those who are written down that are attending the Jummah and get the barakahs that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised us for attending Jummah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and remind, for verily the reminder, it benefits the believer. And remind, for verily the reminder, it benefits the believer. The believer is the one who hears something and he follows it with some type of action. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that there is no iman, there is no faith, there is no belief without amal, without action. So therefore, if you do not follow your verbalist with some type of action, man, actions without works is dead. Or should I say faith without actions is dead. Just like Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, there is no iman without amal. There is no faith without actions. So verily Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and remind, for verily the reminder benefits the believer. If you're a believer, you're going to be reminded by this beneficial advice, inshallah. Today, the khutbah is about Islamic unity and Islamic identity. The Muslim unity and the Muslim identity. Okay? This is the gist of the khutbah today. We'll start off with the Muslim identity. First and foremost, we must understand that Islam, it is the best thing going. Islam is the best religion. We don't have to sit here and apologize because Islam is the truth. We don't have to sit here and be hesitant to tell the people that Islam is the truth. When I was a Christian, because some of us born in this society, we were Christian. We were Christian, but we didn't even know the deen. We didn't know the religion. We just said we were Christian and we just, yeah, I'm Christian. And same thing here. In Islam, we have some people that are born Muslim, or maybe have been born or been Muslim for many years, but yet they don't know the deen. Okay? We haven't studied the deen. We haven't sat and learned the books or whatnot. Well, I went to Jumu'ah multiple times, but that don't mean that you studied this deen. The same way the other people that have the religion, they haven't studied their deen. So the first thing we must remember that with the Islamic identity, we must first remember or understand that this deen is the deen al-haq. Okay? This is the truth. We stand upon the haq. We stand upon the truth. Islam is the truth. Okay? When we give this da'wah to the people, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and who is better than he who is a da'i? وَعَمِلُ الصَّالِحَاتِ وَقَالَ إِنِّي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. وَقَالَ إِنِّي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. These are the best type of people that call the people to the deen. But if you don't know the deen, how can you call people to the deen? Okay? So first and foremost, let us understand that this deen is haq. It goes all the way back to Ibrahim alayhi salam. Do we know this? Do you know your religion? Do you know your deen? Do you know the history of your deen? Well, let's go back to Ibrahim alayhi salam, who is the father, or they say, of all religions. Ibrahim alayhi salam, he had 2 wives. Okay, so this is the norm. So polygamy, Islam, same thing. Ain't nothing changed. Ibrahim alayhi salam, first wife Sarah, she couldn't get pregnant. Married the second wife, Hajar, who was Cushite. She was African. Okay, through her, he had his firstborn son. Firstborn son was Ishaq. The firstborn son was Ismaaeel alayhi salam. Ismaaeel alayhi salam. Through the lineage of Ibrahim alayhi salam, through the lineage of Hajar, the Cushite, right, the African, through the lineage of Ibrahim alayhi salam and Hajar came Ismaaeel alayhi salam. Through Ismaaeel alayhi salam came the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If we don't know this history, if we don't know this lineage, then we won't understand what's going on. The reason why the Jews and the Muslims are fighting because it's over birthright. They want to follow the lineage of Ishaq alayhi salam. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. A beautiful lineage. All the prophets, multiple prophets come through that lineage. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had promised Ibrahim alayhi salam to bless his seed. So what about the firstborn seed? What about that firstborn son? As it says in their scripture that the firstborn is chosen by God. So what about that firstborn son? Why do we hear about that firstborn son? It's because of racism. It's because of mothers. It's because of lineage. It's because of certain things. Because we have 2 wives. We have 1 prophet. We have 2 wives. We have 2 lineages. We have the lineage of Ishaq alayhi salam, right? Beautiful lineages. Musa alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam, Dawood alayhi salam, Sulaiman alayhi salam. But also we have the firstborn son was Ismaaeel alayhi salam. How come we don't hear about Ismaaeel alayhi salam? How come we don't hear about his mother, Hajar? Well, we do. The Muslims do. And we understand that Islam, it goes all the way back to Ibrahim alayhi salam. It goes all the way back to Adam alayhi salam. All the prophets were Muslims. We must understand that. You must understand that with yaqeen, with feet firmly rooted in this deen. We make the dua, Ya muqallib al-qulub, thabbit qalbi ala dinik, thabbit qalbi ala dinik, right? You want your heart to be firmly rooted in this deen, you got to know your deen. Like Rasulullah said, it is incumbent upon you to gain knowledge in this deen. It's incumbent upon you to study and gain knowledge. The whole time that you're studying in this deen, you're like a mujahid on the battlefield. Every time you're studying, reading tafsir, reading hadith, whether it's reading Quran, whether you're studying tajweed or whatever it is, because all of these are different sciences. Even the recitation of the Quran, even with the tajweed, this is a science, because if you don't recite it properly, you won't open up those doors or open up those things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with. But you have to understand the tajweed first. This is just one thing. But we must understand our deen. So again, Ismaaeel alayhi salam and his mother Hajar, do we know that the Kaaba was built by Ibrahim alayhi salam and his firstborn son, Ismaaeel alayhi salam? That firstborn son that was born by Hajar, that was born by the Cushite, the African woman. Did you know that? Well, some of us do, some of us don't. But I'm telling you today, this is part of our history. We have to understand that. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he sent his Sahabas into Africa, he told them, be kind to the blacks, be kind to the Africans. This is what he told the Sahabas. He said, because the mother of the Arabs, Hajar, she's the mother of the Arabs. Ismaaeel alayhi salam, he's from the lineage of the Arabs. They come from this lineage. So the Africans and the Arabs were brothers, were cousins. Understand that. The Africans and the Arabs were brothers and were cousins. We have the same lineage through Hajar, African. Ismaaeel alayhi salam, all the way to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So therefore we have a bond. Okay? We have a bond. But once we understand that, we can't have the Muslim unity unless we have the Muslim identity first. Understand that this deen is deen al-haq. Right? Understand that this deen is deen al-haq. And what does it consist of? It consists of, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that He created different tribes, different nations, so that you get to know one another. Right? Different foods, different cultures. He said, but the best of you in the sight of Allah is the one who has the most taqwa. The one who has the most taqwa. It doesn't matter if you're white. It doesn't matter if you're black. It doesn't matter if you're Arab. It doesn't matter if you're Pakistani. The best of you in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who has the most taqwa. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not look at your appearance. He doesn't look at your looks. He doesn't look at where you came from or what's your name. He looks at your heart. Right? As Luqman, those who know the story of Luqman, right? He wasn't a prophet, but he was a wise man, Luqman. In the Quran, also another African, Luqman, he was African, he's Nubian. Did you know that? He's African, he's a Nubian, but he was blessed with wisdom. He wasn't a prophet, but he was blessed with wisdom. And he was a slave. He was an ex-slave. He was short, said he was African, had a pug nose. This is Luqman, the most wisest person. A whole chapter dedicated to Luqman. But do we know this? Do we know our religion? Do we know our deen? If not, okay, it's time to study. So we'll have more firmness in our deen. We'll be able to stand firm on our deen when we understand these stories and who they were and what they looked like and so forth and so on. So Luqman, who was a slave, his slave owner asked him, he said, go slaughter a lamb and bring me back the two best things of this animal. He brought back the tongue and he brought back the heart. He said, oh, the tongue and the heart, because if they're used properly, they're the best thing that a person can have, the tongue and the heart. Because if it's good, the whole body's good. He said, all right, go back and now kill another lamb and bring back the worst part. He brought back the tongue and the heart. He said, because if they're not used properly, it could destroy you. But Rasulullah said there would be many people toppled on top of one another because of the tongue, the things that they said. Although they took it lightly, but in the sight of Allah, it was great. In the sight of Allah, it was great. Okay? So again, back to the Islamic identity. Ismaaeel alayhi salam and his father Ibrahim alayhi salam were told in the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, that they built the Kaaba. It said Ibrahim alayhi salam and Ismaaeel. They built the Kaaba. They made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for Allah to bless that city. Where were they at when they made this dua? Where was Ibrahim alayhi salam and Ismaaeel alayhi salam? Where were they when they made this dua? They were in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. Why? Because Sarah became jealous and he had to move Ismaaeel and his mother somewhere else. She was jealous because she couldn't get pregnant. Do we know this story? Right? And then from this story, he took him over. He took him to Mecca, Saudi Arabia. He left him there. Right? But this was the decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then we're told that when Ibrahim alayhi salam, when he left Hajar and his son Ismaaeel alayhi salam, that his wife Hajar, she became frantic. So she started running back and forth. She was frantic because the baby was now crying. The baby was now hungry. So she went back and forth 7 times. Marwan Safwa. Back and forth, back and forth. So the rites of Hajj, the running back and forth, but going back and forth 7 times, this came from your mother Hajar.